Welcome back, everyone, in the Anatomy Lab. Today, we're going to explore the difference between holding a stretching pose and using the pose as a framework to target specific muscle areas through small adjustments. Traditionally, we are taught to imitate poses from advanced trainers, but trainers have spent years refining their practice while most of us are still building up our foundations. Copying their poses without considering our own body's needs can cause us to tense up, making it hard to relax into the stretch. It's like trying to lift 200 pounds on your first day at the gym. It's too much, too soon, and it holds back progress. Instead, we can just start from the pose but shift our focus to specific muscle areas that feel tight or restricted. By making small adjustments, such as limb position or weight shifting, we can direct the stretch to where it's needed most. This allows you to work with your body, not against it, making your stretching much more effective. It's a more internally focused approach where the look of the pose is less important than how it feels inside of your body. Now that we have talked about the difference between poses and targeting specific areas, let's take some time to actually feel it in our bodies. If you're ready, feel free to join in. But if you're not in a position to move right now, whether you're sitting at your desk on train or just want to watch, you can just skip ahead to the next part where we'll explore a seated stretch that you can do almost anywhere. Before we start our first exercise, a forward flex, let's grab a prop like a bolster or a cushion. If you feel tightness in your hamstrings or lower back, place it under your hips or knees, whichever feels better. This helps you avoiding forcing a position that your body isn't ready for. Now, experiment a bit. Small changes like where you put the bolster or how much support you use can shift the stretch to different areas. For instance, placing the bolster under your hips can reduce hamstring tension, allowing you to focus on your lower back. If it's under your knees, the stretch may target your hamstrings more. Everyone responds differently, so take your time and notice how these adjustments change the sensation of the stretch. It's not about how it looks, it's about feeling where the stretch goes and becoming aware of those small shifts. Now let's move on into the actual forward flex. For the sake of this animation, I chose a bolster under the hips, but you can choose whatever suits you best, whether it's a bolster under your knees or no prop at all. First, experiment with the positioning of your feet. Move them slightly wider apart and notice how this affects the stretch. When your feet are closer together, you may feel the stretch more in the central part of your hamstrings, while wider stance might shift the stretch into the inner thighs. If you feel compression in your hips, widening your feet may also ease that compression, giving you more range of motion. Next, try adjusting the rotation of your femur. Rotate your femur slightly inward or outward. Rotating your femur inward may deepen the stretch in the outer part of your hamstrings, while rotating it outward can target the inner part of your legs. Depending on your individual anatomy, you may also notice that certain rotations create more space, easing any compression in the hip joint. Play around with both feet width and femur rotation to see how each change shifts the stretch. Now let's compare sides. Just try if you can feel any difference between the right and left side, even if you're in the same position. This is normal, as most of us have one dominant leg, whether it's the standing leg or a pivot leg. Finally, combine these adjustments, foot width, femur rotation, and bolster use, to fine-tune where you want to go with the stretch. Feel free to experiment with different combinations. One more thing regarding the technique of targeting the stretch exactly where you want it. Once you find a position that's effective, stay there until the tissue releases. Then adjust further until it becomes effective again and relax again into the new pose. This approach helps you to work deeper into the stretch without forcing your body into an uncomfortable or ineffective position. Let's move on to another example. As mentioned earlier, you can do this one while just being seated, making it accessible even if you don't have space to move around right now. It's a seated lateral flex in a chair. Sit upright in your chair with both feet flat on the ground. placing your hands on your chest. Inhale to lengthen your spine, and then as you exhale, gently lean your torso to one side, bringing your shoulder towards your hip. Keep both sit bones grounded on the chair. To adjust the stretch, slightly rotate your torso toward the front, or experiment with different head positions. Tilt your head toward the floor or gently look upward and notice how these changes affect the stretch along the side of your body. You can also focus on feeling the stretch in your lats, side body, or lower back. Come back to center and inhale and repeat on the other side, exploring how these adjustments feel. It's normal to notice differences between sides, as many of us have one side that's stronger or more flexible than the other due to habitual movement patterns or just imbalances. Now that you have gone through these two exercises, I hope you have a clearer understanding of this concept. Remember, it's not about how the pose looks from the outside, but what you feel on the inside. Developing sensitivity to small adjustments will help you target specific areas and avoid you spending time in poses that are ultimately ineffective. In a next possible step, take what you've learned here and apply this to your existing stretches. Play with foot width, rotation, or subtle movements to feel how they change a stretch. The goal is eventually to target muscle areas as precise as possible. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you want to support the channel, subscribe, share this video, or follow me on Instagram. You can even check out my store for some awesome wall art. For today, I want to thank you for the time, and I see you in the next one here in the Anatomy Lab.